All right, should the DOJ file a criminal complaint against Tai Lopez and Alex Mehr due to this Ponzi scheme? My opinion is yes, and I'll tell you why. So first, what is the definition of a Ponzi scheme? The definition is it's a fraudulent investment scam that pays existing investors with funds from new investors rather than from legitimate profits. The scheme relies on a continuous influx of new money to keep payments flowing and maintain the illusion of profitability. Eventually, these schemes collapse because they require an ever-increasing number of new investors to be able to sustain the payments, leading to substantial financial losses for the participants. That being said, these guys bought distressed companies like Radio Shack and Pier 1 Imports during COVID for pennies on the dollar, okay? Now, they were losing millions of dollars right out of the gate, so when they promised investors returns on their money immediately, that should have been a big red flag, as it is. Because how can you promise immediate returns on a failing business that's losing millions of dollars a month? Okay? Returns are paid out of profits. And at the start, when they were raising money, there was zero profit at all. So investors should have known what they were getting themselves into, but instead, they saw the pictures at the mansions and the private jets and the Lamborghinis and Ferraris and ignored all the red flags, okay? Now, Tai and Alex continued to lie to investors and promised they would be turning the ship around and still continue to raise more money and use that money for personal expenses as well as to pay gains to some of the first investors to make it look like the investment was a solid one. All the while knowing that it wasn't. This is absolutely criminal because they failed to disclose the struggles of the company and knowingly defrauded and lied to investors, telling people times are good, nothing to worry about, but not the truth that they were losing $30 million a year in 22 and still continued to raise more and more money, promising these great returns as things got worse and worse. So eventually, to try and pay back some of the initial investors, they even started soliciting via email. Eventually, when investments basically came to a halt, they stopped doing investor calls, disappeared for some time, stopped answering people's phone calls, then eventually, a year later, admitted things were in the tank and there was no funds to pay investors back. I would be shocked if the DOJ doesn't pick this up and Tai and Alex don't wind up in jail over this. Tell me what your thoughts are.